Alright, so we're going to work on a Big Bug Hunter Pro. Yeah, it's an older game, but you know, still makes money, still fun game to play. One of the guns is not working on this one. Yeah, I know you see two green guns. The game doesn't care whether it has two green guns or two orange guns or one orange or one green. The name of the game is just get the game working. So if I have to have two color guns, no big deal. I already know which one doesn't work. This is the gun that doesn't work, so we're going to go ahead and remove this gun and take it in the tech room, take it apart, and see what's going on. I've already tested it. You can't calibrate it when you bring the screen up for a calibration test or just to calibrate it. It doesn't even want to register a shot. The other one will shoot at the little dots and it'll calibrate and it'll work fine. The other one just doesn't do anything. You can hit the triggers all you want and it'll just blink, blink, blink and not do anything. All right, so let's go get our tools, remove this gun, take it in the tech room, and take it apart. Also, real quick, I just want to mention, you don't have to put the game down as not working. If you have the capabilities or the tech is there, the tech can remove the one gun, and the game will still work with one gun. At least that way, the game will still make some money. People can still play a two-player game off of one gun. Person can enjoy one game off of one gun. The whole entire game can be played with just one gun, so there's no need to actually turn the game off or put an out of order sign on there. One gun is fine for this game, but of course we want two guns so that way people can play against each other at the same time, I guess. Anyways, like I said, let's go get our tools and get this off. All right, so the gun is off the game now. At this point, we can just start taking it apart. You know, remove all the little screws and take it apart and see what's going on. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but you can hear that ticking. Something definitely is rolling around in there. So let's open up, see what's going on. All right, so we have the gun apart. Just open up the case. Super simple, not too much in here. All right, so this is the gun board right here. This is normally what goes bad. What you want to do is you want to inspect it just to see if anything visually is wrong. I like to look at the little legs here. Sometimes you can see if they're broken. Sometimes you can solder them back together and fix it. In this case, it looks like everything's okay there. So I'm not sure if this is the issue, but going along, I can see that my main plug there looks like it's kind of disconnected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that plug back in so it makes a better connection, and then go try the gun. Yes, it's a lot of work putting the gun back together, but we'll only use a few screws. We may not even put the pump back on. I might just use my fingers to kind of, you know, move it back and forth. What I want is to be able to get a shot registered on the screen. If that happens, then, you know, the gun's still good. You know, you just put the gun back together, pull the screws, and then put it back into play. That rattling sound that I was hearing is from the actual pump grip. As you can see, some of the plastic has been breaking off. So I'm going to have to replace this one with a new one, so that way it doesn't break anymore. Because as soon as it breaks, and this one will start breaking, then it'll just fall off, and then so it's a whole mess. So let's go ahead and push this in, put a couple screws together, and go test it. Real quick, I wanted to remove it to make sure I could push that in there correctly. So I just removed the one little screw. There's two screws actually, but this one was missing one of them. So I just removed the one screw so I can pull the board out. It actually allows me to look at the little sensor here a little bit better to make sure that it's not broken. And you can see that it's not broken. But when I did that, when I pulled it out, this literally just kind of fell off and disconnected on its own, which sort of tells me that somehow it got pulled out. I may have to do something over here to prevent the gun from pulling the cable anymore. I'm not sure how it happened, but we'll figure that out. A little zip tie or something like that. So, like I said, let's connect this back together, put the screws, put the gun back together real quick, and then go test. All right, so the board's back in, everything's plugged in. Got a couple screws in here to hold together. I'm not going to worry about putting on the actual pump grip right now. I just kind of grab these with my fingers and move it back and forth. Not a big deal. Let's go test it. Let's go see if it at least registers a shot. That'll tell me whether the gun board needs to be replaced or not. Everything's back together, so theoretically everything should work. So we're going to connect it, test it. If it works, great. Easy fix. If not, we'll have to pull the gun back off, open it up, replace the board with a new one. Let's go test it. Okay, so connected the gun. I just went through the door. I didn't install it yet because I just want to test it. If it doesn't work, I don't want to have to, dismount or remove all the screws all over again. So obviously turn off the game, connect the gun back in. Let's turn the game back on. We'll wait till the game boots up, starts up, go into the menu and test it out. So let's wait for the game to boot up. Okay, game is up. Let's go ahead and press the test menu. Get into, we're gonna go to gun calibration right there. Hit enter. All right, so obviously we're gonna take the gun that does work. Test it. Works there. Works there. Works there. That one's good. Press start. Boom. The gun we actually want to test. Let's test this one. That one works. That one works. That one works. Well, I think the gun is good to go. There's no need to take it back into the tech room. Well, obviously we do because we got to put the screws back onto it. The muzzle and put the grip back on, but easy job. Game is working, game is fixed, so let's go ahead and finish up the gun, put the game back in play, and walk away. So we're back in the tech room. We're gonna go ahead and just finish up the gun. The gun is working. The only issue was that the cable had pulled off of the gun board. Easy fix, put it back on there, test it, works fine. Now we're just gonna put everything back together. I did notice there was a few missing screws, so I got out my screws. So I'm gonna replace the ones that are missing. Unfortunately, I do not have any more of these pump grips. I have to order some more. These things do break a lot. People abuse them. I don't know why, but they do. Unfortunately, so I have to use this one. I have to put it back on, and then I'll order some more. And then when I get them in, I'll take it off and replace it. Doesn't take that long to do this. You don't even need to remove the gun from the game. You just do it at the game. So let's put everything back together, put it on the game, and let it go. Okay, so both guns are back on now. I already had and already calibrated the gun just to test it to make sure that the sensor can see. You can see right there. You can see the sensor. Switch to this gun. Obviously, you gotta pump it to turn it on, so you can go to the right gun, and then right there you can see that it's working. So as long as you can see it, you can calibrate it, the gun will work. From here you just hit start a couple times and get out of the game. Play the game if you really wanted to, but with that one little screen that I was at, it assures me that the gun is working. You can test it if you want, otherwise let the game go, and that's it. Thanks for watching.